Everybody, how are you? It's Rabbi Bregman. It's Asher Bracha. We're in the car, running errand. Just want to make a quick video, share with you an idea. I was telling somebody today, and this is true, I didn't tell you yet, I haven't been going on Facebook that much recently. I do post, I do respond to people on my page who leave comments and whatnot, but I don't really look at the news feeds, and the answer is primarily because it's so negative. I want to share with you a quick Torah thought connected to something I recently wrote in the Jerusalem Post. Some of you know, and maybe some of you don't, that I'm a columnist, a contributor for the Jerusalem Post. I have dozens and dozens of columns, Torah thoughts and ideas over there. Just my nose is itching.
It's really cold out.
Yeah, it is, man. I wonder, maybe it's a sign. I don't know what it means. But anyway, I have a hair. That's what it is. It's just being honest. Okay. Every video is one take, just something. So a quick thing I posted, and it's connected to like why I haven't been looking on Facebook so much. And that is like, if you look in the Torah, you see that Avraham Aveinu, Abraham, when it came time to ask Hashem to help the people in Sodom, the wicked cities, there's some cities, Sodom and Gomorrah, he begged Hashem to please forgive them and to like forgive them for being cruel and wicked and to spare their lives even after Hashem said he was going to destroy him. And he begs in the Torah, if there's 50 righteous people, if there's 45, if there's 40, if there's 30, if there's 20, even if there's 10, Hashem, spare these people. And in the end there wasn't, and the cities were destroyed. So there's a commentary by the Alter of Slobodka called Ohr HaTzafun I, and I write about this in my commentary, short and sweet, on the Parsha. It was in my Jerusalem Post article. And the Alter of Slobodka notes that even though these people stood for the very opposite thing that Avraham Aveinu stood for, Abraham stood for chesed, which means kindness. Kindness, that's what Avraham stood for, right? Oh, get close. Okay, my arm's stretching too far. Even though Avraham stood for chesed, for kindness, these people were the opposite of kindness. They were the cruelest people you could find in the world. He still begged Hashem to forgive them. And you would think normally, like, if there's people out there who stand in the way that are diametrically opposed to everything you stand for in your life, you might hope that Hashem will get rid of these people, especially when you're advocating for God. So they're almost like weeds, and you would hope that God will get rid of these weeds in the garden. And you might imagine, the Alter of Slobodka says that when you hear that a person who's opposed to everything you stand for, it's not going well, you might be happy, and you might be like, good, this is fine, like, let's get rid of them. The last thing you're going to expect is to actually pray your guts out that Hashem should spare them and forgive them. And you'd be like, get these weeds out of the garden, yalla, let's roll. But Hashem is totally the opposite. So anyway, the Alter of Slobodka notes that that's a trait of Avraham Aveinu, and that's how a Jew is supposed to be. That even if there's people that stand for the exact opposite of what you believe in, you want to help them improve and grow and change, if you can, directly or indirectly or through prayer or whatever. You don't hope that they die and they're so negative and nasty and gross to them. You want good for them. If there's a way, you want them to change. You want their bad behavior or deeds to change. You don't want them to die. And I was thinking about this because, you know, how much negativity you see like on Facebook and the posts, and fine, you agree with this politician, you like Hillary, you like Trump, you don't like Trump, you liked Obama, whatever, you know. I'm not saying there aren't issues that are important, but like there has to be a lot more civility out there. And if you don't agree with someone, and even if you feel really strongly about it, there has to be a way to convey your ideas with kindness and with sweetness, and hopefully bring them over to what you perceive to be the good side. You don't have to hope that everybody, you know, drops dead. And we see that example from Avraham Aveinu. The Chassam Sofer writes about this in his commentary on the Chumash called the Tyrus Emes, a similar idea that even though it's a parallel to what the Alter of Slobodka says. He just said it a little bit sooner in time. And that is that even though the longer the people in the land of Israel preceding the Jewish people would rebel against Hashem, it would take longer for their measure of sin to be fulfilled, which the Ramban speaks about, in order for them to be out of the land and the Jewish people to come into the land. Avraham Aveinu still fought to change them and inspire them to monotheism and morality, even though it meant it would take even longer for his descendants, the Jewish people, to inherit the land and God's promise to him to be fulfilled. So That's the idea. If people don't stand for what you believe in, don't be hateful. You don't have to be negative. You don't have to wish them bad. You don't have to just be disgusting and gross like so many people are today. Try to inspire them to understand your POV, you know, your point of view. So anyway, that's what I wrote about in the Jerusalem Post. Anyway, anything you want to add, Sash? 2 cents? I didn't give her a heads up. This is just impromptu.
I totally agree with everything that you said. And I also try not to read, you know, the news feed. I don't even read the news headlines that much because I'm like the definition of an empath. I like will read something upsetting and it stays with me all day, and I have to work like very hard on myself to like get it out of my mind so that doesn't bring me down. But one of the things that I think is so true that what you said, other than obviously the Torah, is, you know, just like we're trying to like, it's almost like we're trying to like kill each other with like words. You know what I mean? It's like the comments, if you read the comments on like these kind of like posts on Facebook, like, oh, you know, you said you're for Trump, you're for Hillary, like whatever, like Tanya Harding was at the, whatever, the Golden Globes, whatever.
Shtus is like, means silliness and worthless nonsense. But anyway, please continue.
And that we spend our time on this. But anyways, but yeah, it's like, you know, you read the comments and it's like one person puts their opinion and it's like they sat there for like 5 minutes or longer, like writing this whole thing, you know, and another person will write like something, again, so thought out, so mean, like trying to get, you know, each other like this. And it's like, calm down. Like, why are we being so mean to each other? Why are we trying to take each other down with like words? I used to be, full disclosure, the kind of person that like I really was attached to my like political beliefs and like social views, and I would be like actually personally offended if someone had a different view than me, and I'd be like, oh, like they must be like a bad person.
Glad you changed.
Thank God. Thank God. No, but I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? I was very young, I'm just being honest. And, you know, something that I really like think is so important, what you said is like, just because someone has a different viewpoint than you, like the worst thing to do is like let these political views or social views divide us, because they're so silly and they're not really based on anything. And I think at the end of the day, whether you're a Republican, whether you're a Democrat, I'm from Canada, whether you're conservative or liberal or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Just like realize like these are so small like compared to like the grand scheme of things. And I think when it comes to like actual like real social issues, like not Tanya Harding at the Golden Globes or is Oprah going to be the next president or whatever, you know what I mean? Like there are real things that we all can like agree on. We all want like peace. We all want peace in the world. We all want to live our lives. We all want to be happy. Let's just like, if we're going to kill each other with anything, let's kill each other with kindness. Let's just be kind. Let's build each other up. Build bridges. That's it. That's my 2 or more cents.
Okay. A lot of wisdom for off the cuff. Anyway, it's Rabbi Bregman. It's Hashabracha. I'll link to her page if you aren't following her. She's starting to post more and more now. She's got a lot to say and add. And we're going to run some errands, so we'll catch you later.
Bye.